Giving us a 1-minute opening statement.
It's nice to be here tonight, but I do want to start off by apologizing for my dress. At 11:45 this morning, I was knee-deep in the Atlantic Ocean with 4 of my grandchildren begging me not to leave and come back. And I was trying to explain to them why this is important to me and why it's important to them. It's truly an honor to be here tonight, and I am thrilled to see this many people here. It just warms my heart to know that people are concerned about their community and that they're educating themselves. This is the most valuable process we have. This is what makes America strong, is the voting election cycle and to be able to vote for the person that you think will be your leader. And I'm really pleased to see you here. For me, the important things for this community going forward are the digest. We have several things that are dragging us down, and we have to find a way to improve the digest and bring jobs to our community.
Okay, that's your 1 minute. Mr. Jordan, 1 minute opening remarks.
Good evening. It is a blessing to be here before you all. My name is Marcus Jordan, and I am seeking the office of Commission Chairman. One of the most important things to me, I feel like our elected officials should be accountable for the decisions that we make. We be receptive to the citizens, and we should also be transparency in government. And I come giving you 16 years of employment with local government, beginning my local government career in the City of Covington Sanitation Department. And for the past 9 years, I have served you all as the Assistant Chief Appraiser in the Newton County Tax Assessor's Office.
You can hold the mic. You're going to take the first question, Mr. Jordan. The Board of Commissioners recently voted to keep their funding for the Office of Economic Development at its current level of $120,500. How would you have voted, if permitted to, and why and what role do you see the Chamber playing in your administration if you were to win the seat?
But first of all, as chairman, only way you get a vote is if you're at the break of time.
Hypothetically, if you could have voted.
If I could have voted, I would want to research that and find out where were those funds needed for. And without knowing that, because I feel being a county employee, we all need raises. I think we all need budget increase, but I think we need to look at what those funds were needed for to fairly answer that.
Okay. And the second part of that question, because you still have time, is what role do you see the Chamber of Commerce and the Office of Economic Development playing if you were to be elected?
I see us coming together more knit and closely because the Chamber and the local government, we have to get on one accord to continue in the process of recruiting and retention of our industries. And we also have to somehow get together and create a workforce development program, which is going to be very key to helping create quality jobs in our community.
Thank you. Ms. Morgan, would you like me to repeat?
The first part.
Yeah. The Board of Commissioners recently voted to keep their funding for the Office of Economic Development at its current level of $120,500. How would you have voted if you were permitted to, and what role do you see the Chamber playing in your administration if you were to win the seat?
For me, I would have voted to increase the budget by $30,000 to match the funding that was allocated by the City of Covington. I feel like that the Chamber has done a tremendous job for us in turning around our jobs, the bringing jobs to our community, turning around our tax base by bringing in industry. As you know, the industry comes into our community. They pay $3.09 for every $1 in service that they receive from the county government, where residents pay 70 cents for every $1 of services that he receives. So for us, it's better for us to bring those industries in, and more importantly, those jobs for our community. Now, I think they need to be above our normal existing per capita rate, and because we want to build up the quality of life in Newton County. But this Chamber has done a wonderful job in going out and putting a structure together to bring jobs to our community and to bring industry here. Secondly, when Baxter came to Newton County, even though that's a JDA project, a 4-county project, Newton, Walton, Morgan, and Jasper, our chamber worked with TPA, who is our partner in Stanton Springs, to help, and with the Georgia Economic Development Authority, to bring those jobs here. And so I thank you. I think we have professionals there, and I think you do a wonderful job, and I would support you wholeheartedly.
Great. Question I've asked all night. Have you been convicted of a crime?
Speeding ticket?
Okay. And is there anything in your past that we need to know about with regards to making of policies or directing budgetary decisions and this sort of thing from a character standpoint?
I don't think so. I'm not perfect, and I don't think anybody's perfect. I don't think anybody you elect to this office or any office will make the right decision 100% of the time. I think we try to do the best thing we possibly can with the information we have at hand at that moment. There's a lot that's going on, a lot we're juggling, and we're expected to be experts at it, and we're not. We listen to our professionals and our staff. We get the training as soon as we can get it and bring ourselves up to speed. But, you know, nobody's perfect. I think we've all made decisions that with hindsight we would make differently at this time. But I think overall we try to do the right thing for the county and try to move the county forward.
Mr. Jordan, how about you? Have you ever been convicted of a crime?
Yes, I do.
I'm sorry?
Yes, I have.
Oh, would you like to tell us about it?
It was just a misdemeanor charge back in 1993.
And is there anything in your past that you feel the residents of Newton County need to know about that may affect your ability to make good, sound judgment decisions based upon budget and policy?
There is nothing in my past. For the past 9 years, again, I have served this county as the Assistant Chief Appraiser, where I do work with the budget. I do interact with several different boards. I have also served 3 terms on the Newton County Library Board of Trustees. I'm just so happy to be able to give so much of my time to where I was reared at. And part of that's what strives me to seek the office of chairman, where I can still continue to work full-time and still serve this community in a positive manner.
Well, since you referenced full-time, my next question is going to be, with the hiring of a full-time county manager, is the county chairman's role still a full-time position? And in your opinion, does this position deserve the compensation it receives?
I feel that the county chairman position is still full-time because the chairman's role still has to handle the politics and keeps the politics out of the day-to-day operations. And so, yes, I do feel like it deserves the salary that it receives and that it is a full-time position.
Okay. Ms. Morgan, how about you?
I think the chairman is a full-time position. Not only do we still have the duties assigned to us by the voters. The Board of Commissioners created a county manager, and they gave him job duties to do. And let me tell you right now, I believe that this county's large enough that we need a county manager. I actually would have preferred a COO and a CFO because I don't like the person that's making all the approvals, also the person that's approving the checks and the purchases, whether it's chairman or county manager or dog catcher. So, but let me say there are other things that I have to do. I am the appointed member at the Northeast Georgia RDC. I am the appointed member for the ARC. I am on the Viewpoint Health. I am on the health department here in Newton County. We do run roads and bridges, and we'll be making some changes down there. There are many things that we have to do. I am the person that has to sign all the checks. I'm the person that approves the purchase orders. Sometimes I sign purchase orders for 2.5 hours a week. So yes, to do this, it's a full-time job. If you want us to come to the Leadership Collaborative, most people that belong to the Leadership Collaborative, which has created our 2050 plan, only come to one committee. I'm here all day sometimes. I'm over for special meetings. There are many things. I'm down at the Chamber for Economic Development. I'm on the IDA. Those are the chairman's positions. Those are not Kathy Morgan's positions. Those are the positions of the chairman of the Board of Commissioners.
Okay. You can hold the microphone. Over the past couple years, it's no secret that the board has suffered through and endured its own share of internal strife and personality conflicts. If elected or re-elected, what are you going to do to ensure that personality conflicts and challenges do not hamper the board's ability to be effective?
I think what I'm going to do is try to build relationships and to open those doors. I have an open office. The old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I'm going to make myself as open and available to the commissioners as possible. I have great relationships with some of the commissioners. Some I have had troubled relationships in the past, and we're building bridges to create new relationships now. I'm learning to appreciate the differences. I think you two have heard me say this. Newton County has the potential right now to have the best possible Board of Commissioners it's ever had. We have representation from all walks of life on that board. We have people that love this community and they're passionate about their beliefs in this community. But what we've got to have are people that put our partisan politics aside and our personal agendas aside, including myself. So I'm not pointing fingers here. This is a human frailty. We have to put our personal agendas aside and work together to build this county and take this county where it needs to go. This county is at a critical point, and the decisions we make in the next 4 years, leading up to companies like Baxter coming and recruiting other companies, are critical that we make all the right decisions. Partner with our cities, partner with the chamber, partner with EMC, partner with Newton County Water and Sewage Authority. It's about building partnerships, building relationships, and it starts with me.
Okay. Mr. Jordan, how about you? Do you need me to repeat the question?
No, I can do it. Coming from a department, the tax assessors, which is highly recognized throughout the state, when I was hired as assistant chief, Tommy Knight and myself, we sat down and we had a plan of what we were going to do with that department. And the first thing was we were going to come together as a family. And the first key to actually being a leader, you have to be able to effectively communicate. And that's the first thing I want to do, is be able to effectively communicate with all board members. And from that communication, we'll develop relationships. And from those relationships, we will move into being able to make cohesive decisions. And that's where I stand, having the ability to talk and mingle with a diverse group of people, no matter who you are or where you're from. I'm able to get along. And if you don't believe that, check over there in the administrative building, ask anyone about me and see what they say.
And we have a question from the audience. You can hold the microphone. There has been occasional publicity about the large cost of Newton County's legal services from the county attorney's office. If elected, will you research the legal costs paid by Newton County to the county attorney's office to find out if they're exorbitant or in line with other counties our size?
If elected, not only will I research the legal office fees, I will research everything that's being paid out. I think we need to become more transparent and look at every penny. And that's where I stand on that.
Ms. Morgan?
Well, I know what the county attorney's fees are. And I can tell you, when I came into office, the county attorney's fees were in the $800,000 a year figure, and I've reduced those to about until it went to the county manager, I'd reduced those to about $450,000 a year. And I have asked other counties, other chairmen our size, what their budgets were. And some, that's an exorbitant fee. And some, it's not. So, but yes, that's something I will continue to look at, continue to pursue, as I look at everything that we do. We're constantly asking the county clerk, the department heads, please check with your counterparts in other counties and let us know what their fees are. Who are they using? How are they doing this? We're looking for the best practices from across the state. We go to training sessions where we talk with other commissioners. And those training sessions, not only do we bring professionals in to teach us what we need to know, but we bring our team members or our other counterparts in to come in and talk to us about what is working in their county and what have they done successfully and what are the changes that we can implement in our county. But let me say this. The county attorney, bringing him in up front, or any attorney, is always the best practice. It doesn't mean they should write everything or make the decision, but they need to be your partner sitting at your table when you're asking the questions and making those decisions.
Great. and 1 minute for closing remarks. You can start. Yeah, you got the microphone. Go ahead.
I want to thank you all for allowing me to be your chairman for this last 3.5 years. I want to continue being your chairman for the next 4. I will try to do the best job I can and try to lead in a positive manner. I will not be perfect. I want to tell you that. But I will do the best I possibly can with the information that I have available to me. I think it's important that this county be moved forward. We have a great plan, the 2050 plan. The next key steps are to implement it. And then we have to stay true to this plan and make those difficult decisions as we have requests to change or to create variances. The second thing we need to do is to bring jobs in so that our citizens are employed, that our citizens have quality job and they make enough money to take care of their families. That's very important for us, and the best way we can do that is to expand economic development. And one other thing I want to mention that I think it's important, it needs to be on everybody's horizon. We have a lot of money invested in the infrastructure here in the county, roads, bridges.
We are drawing to a close, so please finish your thought.
And we need to be sure that we have a plan in place to take care of those assets and to maintain those assets.
Okay. Mr. Jordan, 1 minute.
Again, I would like to thank you all for coming out. The one thing that I would like to address is for many years, we have built our budget relying on property values. And with the declining in property values, no longer can we continue to manage our budget that way. We need to stop doing our budget from year to year and put in place a 5-year plan so we know what we will be spending and what it's going to cost us. We've got to also build back funding for our road department so we can go ahead and help with the infrastructure and alleviate traffic, especially out on the West End. Again, I'm bringing you 16 years of experience. I've worked from the bottom all the way up, and I know what it takes to run a department, and I can definitely run this county. And I thank you, and I cover your prayers and your vote. Thank you.